let's get our recording started here. April 14th, almost Easter. Holy smokes. Crazy stuff. All right. Well, I heard a little chatter about email, and that's email is, as Jim stated, very important, your deliverability. I had somebody ask me an interesting thing about Kartra email delivery in particular this week. And I didn't really know the answer, so I reached out to the Kartra support. I'm waiting for them to get back to me. But in Kartra, a lot of times we'll use our own email and they deliver it through their system, but it's our email. And there's a thing called SPF records that kind of verify the identity of an email sender, and it increases your deliverability. If you don't have an SPF record attached to your email in your DNS, a lot of places won't trust it, so they'll block it, or it'll go to spam, or there's any number of things that can happen that prevents it from getting it to the person that you wanted to open it up. So that was an interesting thing to see if we need an email SPF record for Kartra when we send our mail through Kartra. And again, I didn't know the answer to it, so I reached out to their support to see if that is a viable thing, a possible thing, and if so, what record we would need to add. So if that's the thing, I'm going to be going through and adding all those SPF records to anybody that I'm hosting that has Kartra, just to help increase that deliverability. So the other thing they were questioning was when you send mail through Kartra or any other third party, like if you use Constant Contact or Keep or any of these Aweber, any of these major mail providers, they all have a stamp down at the bottom that says powered by. Like if you use Constant Contact, they'll have their logo down there and their contact information and all that stuff. And somebody was questioning that, thinking that that was something that was going into spam because it had that footer on it. I don't believe that's true at all, because one thing that I know is those stamps are like a trust seal. When you get email from something that says powered by Kartra, it's not spam, because Kartra does not allow spam. Same thing with Aweber and Constant Contact. That's almost like a trust emblem to know that, hey, this came off of someone's actual mailing list. This isn't just spam. You guys know the difference between spam and solicited email, right? Sometimes it's not quite so solicited. You can get on somebody's lists, in erroneous ways, but at least it's somebody's list. It's not just somebody, bought an open source thing with every email address on the planet. So I don't think that there's anything at all to do with those trust emblems that's going to make your stuff go into spam or be prevented from delivering. So anyway, you guys got where do you want to start this week? I didn't really have a list of agendaed stuff for this week. We've covered a whole bunch of stuff here in the last couple of months.
I've got one, John. This is Richard here.
Okay, sure, go for it.
I am still not getting email to or from you. I sent you a direct email last week like you suggested. I cannot log into the help support desk to check on the tickets. It says my login is invalid. I can't sign into my site pop area to get to those domains that you said that I can use as examples. I can't get in there, and I've not heard back from you on any of those tickets that you last week said that you sent me. So I'm still not getting anything to or from you, and I still have access to nothing. Help!
Okay, is this coming from Richard at a category of 1?
No, it's SEO Dominator at rp2.me. That's my catch-all account.
Gotcha. Okay.
I didn't have the corporate stuff all up and running, but the website's finally going up and all that. So, I mean, that I'll start using that for business interaction, but I use the rp2.me because that's the one that I can manage
Okay.
email lists, and it will sort based on who sent me the email. So
Gotcha. Well, I just sent an email to that just like right now. So see if you got it. I didn't send it through Kartra. I just sent it straight to you from my email server. And looks like you're muted there. Or you're not muted, but we're not hearing you.
there we go. Yeah, I just got the test email. So
Okay. So I can get mail to you on that account. So if you send one back to that, we'll see if I get it this way. Get that one figured out right here and now. I think I was probably sending everything to the other address because that's what I've got in my mail default for you. Did you send one through?
just now.
Okay, perfect. Let me see if I get it. And there it is. So we are connected.
Well, I don't know why I'm not getting any of the emails that you sent me. And I guess what I'll go do right now is see if I can even access let's see, get into support area.
Let me check here. Let me just look in here and see if this is the right email in the Kartra part.
It's still saying that it's still saying invalid login on the support section area. And I'll hit forgot password and see if I can get you to send me a new password and see if I get that to work. Because that didn't work earlier today.
Okay, I see the problem. I see the problem, but here's the thing. I'm seeing logs of emails that are sent from this address to you. Like there's one that the support call for today went to you yesterday at 8:16 p.m. So you might want to look in your spam or look in your folders and see at 8:16 p.m. Pacific time yesterday where that went to. Because
because I don't have a spam filter on this account. If it shows up, it'll come to my inbox or get sorted to actually it just comes to the inbox and then I manually sort them, but because I've not gotten anything from SEO Dominator in forever. So
well, this one comes from my John at Internet Dominators.
Well, the only one I've gotten here from you is the one that you just sent me a moment ago. That's it.
Okay. So you are whitelisted in Kartra. I don't see any reason why they would not be going in. But I do see why you can't log in. It was a credit card issue. It looks like it might have been expired or something. So it just fell out. So that's why the membership went non-active.
Yeah, well, when that happens, you can't, once it goes inactive, Kartra won't let me get back in there and update the card information because I'm no longer valid. So I've got a catch-22 going there. As soon as if the card expires, you can't get back in to update it. So
okay, well, I can send you the links, and then that way you can just do it through the link, and then that should take care of that.
Okay, well, send me the link and I'll confirm that I get it here while we're still on the call, because apparently we're scaring it while I'm here on the call. And it's
you gotta like it when you scare it.
Yeah, that's a nice change.
Okay, let me put these links in an email for you. You should be good to go. I'm just going to respond back to yours. Almost there. Just got to look up the right link for you.
Sorry, guys, but I really appreciate your patience with me.
You were on the grandfathered old pricing, so I got to find that link.
Yeah, I'm one of these people that's been on this call for 11 years.
Yeah. I never raise anybody's prices, so we got to make sure you get the right price.
I appreciate that.
All right. Okay, there it is. And it's headed your direction. So you should get that any second.
There you are, RE test, and I've got links here. Link for Dominator Club, link for reseller. The reseller is not charging. I thought I saw a charge on that one, but okay. I will go back and give you an updated credit card and we'll see how that works. I'll do that while you're dealing with other questions people have. Thank you, John.
All right. You only need one or the other. If you're going to do the reseller, it's the higher level. So it covers the other one too. So
great. Thank you, John.
All right. You got it. Jim, you're up next.
Yeah. I was wondering if you could quickly show how to sign up an affiliate. Again, I looked everywhere for my notes. I know you went through this before, but
okay,
if you don't mind, that'd be great.
Sure. Let me get over to that. All right, I will share screen. So when you are in Kartra, I'll go back to the main screen. You go to products and then up here to affiliates. There's an affiliate tab right at the top of products.
Okay.
And you can go to your affiliates, you can go to your settings, or you can go to your payment history. So if we go to settings, this is where you set it all up. So this is all the, all the stuff that you configure your affiliate program with, like affiliate approval. If you want to manually have to approve everybody, which some people do, they want to know who's in there and they don't want to just have it open. You can set that. I just do auto approval because if somebody wants to sign up, that's fine with me. They also have PayPal instant payments. I would not recommend this.
Okay.
Because what can happen if somebody, let's say a scammer figures out that you're running an affiliate program with instant payments, what they'll do is they'll run charges through. They'll order product with dummy PayPal accounts. They'll get paid and then you get charged back and you have no way of getting that money back. So that's a very dangerous game there. So I would not recommend, I would recommend manual payments on that. This is one that a lot of people.
Can I ask you a question about that, John?
Sure.
When you say you'd recommend manual payments, does that mean that you have a chance to talk with them and vet them before you do the PayPal instant?
No, what it means is you push the payments manually when you decide to.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, good. So
it puts you in control of outgoing money.
Got it. Thank you for the clarification.
I think having control of outgoing money is a really good thing.
Yeah. So the one before it, auto approval for people who want to join, but manual approval for people that want to get paid.
Correct.
That's a pretty good system. Makes sense.
Yeah. I want everyone in. I just want to decide if I want to pay them.
And Chris, just for a different opinion, I'm getting people signing up as affiliates that I have no clue where they came from.
Yeah.
And I don't know, John, do you think they come from the Kartra marketplace and
They
might be
could.
valid?
I get a bunch of people that sign up that I'm sure that's where they're from.
Okay.
But I have two ways they could sign up. They could get to me through the Kartra marketplace, or they can sign up on my website.
Yeah, true.
At the
Okay.
bottom of my website, I have a button there that says become an affiliate.
Yeah.
So I have it open both ways so I can get affiliates. Because for me, if I'm talking to somebody and they express an interest in the affiliate, I can just send them to the website and say, go to the bottom in the footer, it says become an affiliate. Just click the button and sign up.
Nice.
Makes it super easy. But this one is important here. And you can set this so somebody signs up to be an affiliate of each product that you have, which I think that would be an absolute pain in my ass.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you can set it account wide, which basically means if they sign up, they can promote anything you've got. They don't have to sign up for each one individually. Because to me, that just is not a good user experience. Especially like for our product called Site Pop, for instance, we have 3 different versions of it. So it's 3 different products. They would literally have to sign up for 3 different affiliate programs to promote that product.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that would not be cool. Okay, here's one: minimum amount of sales to be paid. I have this just turned off by default, but here's why you would want this, or here's why you might want this. In the affiliate world, or in the internet marketing space, just in general, let's say, most people, they look for coupons and ways to get discounts to buy your products. If they see you've got an affiliate program, they'll sign up for the affiliate program and use their own link to buy your product just to get a discount, which, you may or may not want to allow that. For me, I don't really care. It's like, one thing I learned a long time ago is if you let people feel like they're taking advantage of you, they will do business with you. And I know no one wants to be taken advantage of, but this is the art of war. If I can allow someone to think they're taking advantage of me and it acquires me a new customer with a massive lifetime value, I'm okay with it. I'm good with that. So I actually create those opportunities. So like you'll notice our Black Friday special, it's a little past and it's still up, right? So somebody will see that and go, oh shit, he forgot. Let me slide in on that. Let me see if I can take advantage of it. I allow those opportunities. So not to say that you want to, but that's what it is. So if your minimum, let's say your product was $100 and you were paying out a 50% commission, you might want to set the minimum amount of sales to get paid to $51. That means they have to sell 2 to get paid.
Yeah.
That way, if they only just buy it for themselves, they'll never get paid. So that's
perfect.
That's what that's all about. This one, you want to send out 1099s for anyone that you're paying more than $600 a year to. If you don't, Teresa will wave her finger at you and say you're going to get in trouble. Actually, is it $599? So something like that. I don't do 1099s for people that are out of the country. I only do it for people that are in country that have a social security number or an EIN number. But I make everybody fill it out, whether they're US or foreign. And then it's up to me if I find at some point that I have to do this for offshore people, I'll at least have their information. I won't have to trace it down.
Can I throw in one thing there real quick?
Uh-huh.
Is I send out W-9s or 1099s every year to independent contractors.
Correct.
And they changed it. It used to be 1099 MISC miscellaneous. Now it's NEC. But anyway, the point is, I just want to throw out there, I think it's Tops. I'll check it, but to keep track of that, I think it's Tops software that makes the forms. They have an online thing now where it's like $17 or $20 a year, and I can enter all my information in there. And
That's what I do.
yeah, so if you're doing that, they keep track of it every year. I can add people, and then they print it out and all that stuff. So it's very easy to. It's one thing to get it; it's another thing to mail it to them correctly by the
Correct.
end of the year. So I just want to throw that in.
Yeah, that's a good resource. We should actually put that in the resource section someplace. But yeah, it's a service, an online service. It's very inexpensive, and they manage your 1099 submissions for you. And they send them, they make sure they're all compliant, all that good stuff. So it's really a cool deal. And I'll show you in a minute when we go into the affiliates, I'll show you what happens if somebody hasn't put their 1099 in. It won't allow you to pay them. And then you can say mandatory terms and conditions. Basically, they just have to check off that they're accepting your terms and conditions, and then you put your terms in there. Some people require an affiliate questionnaire before they'll accept them. I don't, but a reason that you might want to is to find out how they're going to promote you. You might find that they are going to do bulk email, which you might not want your products sold through bulk email because that can bring a wrath of heat down upon you from large sources you don't want to have problems with. So anyway, that's the settings. Now, if we go over to the affiliate tab, you'll see
John?
affiliates here.
Uh,
Yes.
This is Ally. On that last point with the affiliate questionnaire, even if you did a questionnaire and you said, like no bulk email is our policy and all, I mean, you really can't stop anybody, can you?
Not really, but you can cut them off so they don't get paid.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can
So
definitely do that. If they break your terms of service, you can cancel their contract at any time.
how would you know if they break your terms of service?
Well, if you got spam complaints and you knew where it came from, you could go in and cut them off.
Okay.
So here's an
Thank you.
example of this guy signed up. He's actually promoted. I owe him $445, but I can't pay him. No payment details configured by affiliate. That means he just hasn't filled out the stuff yet. I have in my terms, if you don't do this within 1 calendar year, you forfeit your affiliate commissions. And he is rapidly approaching that year. I've sent several emails out to him. Can't get him to take my money. So that's going to be like free money. This guy is a webinar promoter. Look at, I've paid him over $100,000. Pretty crazy. But you can see different people will have not filled this out, and I have no way to pay them.
Wow.
So that's pretty crazy. Let's see. Okay, so under your products, if you go under any product, if you go to this affiliate links, this is where you'll get your link to your affiliate page. Now you'll notice mine is the same because I've got it site-wide, so it doesn't matter which product I go to, the affiliate link is going to basically be the same.
Okay.
So I take that link, I copy that, and then I go to basically just to my own site, the Internet Dominators. And down at the bottom, I have become an affiliate. So I created a Kartra page. This is actually a Kartra page that I made, and I put the affiliate link right on that button. get your affiliate links now. There's the terms and conditions if they want to read them.
Hmm.
And then I've got, you know, the different products that are in here for affiliation, the prices, the sale price, the commission rates. So it's all broken down, you know, what they get, how they get it, all the different stuff that is available for them. Sometimes I'll put testimonials in there so they can see it really works.
But John, isn't it where you said you put it behind that link in the top of the page? Isn't everybody's link different?
No, this is the link to sign up to be an affiliate.
Oh, okay.
This
So
is-
if I don't yet have an affiliate landing page like this, then I can just send them the link and they can sign up.
correct.
And then
You don't
and then
have to-
they'll have a login and they'll be able to get their affiliate links from that.
Well, no, the very top
Correct.
there, very top of the page, John, where you say, click here to get your affiliate links.
Yes,
So if I click that, it's going to take me to your Kartra affiliate.
takes you to Kartra to sign up. Terms and conditions, I accept. And then once you accept, now you're an affiliate. Now you have access to all the affiliate stuff. So what that would look like if you were an affiliate, you would have a Kartra login and you would go to my affiliate promotions and you would see the different stuff that you have access to affiliate with.
Mhm.
Like all the different products will be in here. I've got some of Craig's in here. I've got
You're missing mine, John.
Peak. I've got a whole slew of them here. Instant video ranker. Don't even remember what that was. But when you click on the product, then you go over here. This is where you get your affiliate links.
Mhm.
So, and sometimes you'll notice there's more than one. Like this is a product index page, and this is a product order page. So sometimes you'll want to send them to a sales page if you want the sales page to do the sales presentation and sell them. If you're doing a webinar and you've already sold them, you want to send them right to an order link. So that's why there might be multiple different links in here for affiliates. The more links you put, the more ways your affiliates have to promote your products. Like if you look at some of mine, I've got a ton of different links in there for different ways that you can promote. And Kartra has the same thing. Like, let's go to Kartra. Where's their basic? Oh, okay. It's Kartra Starter. If I wanted to promote the Kartra Starter, I'd go over here to my link and they're going to have a whole ton of them. Look at them all. So if someone was interested in help desks, I would send them that. If somebody was interested in calendars, let's say I'm having a conversation with somebody and they need a calendar system. I go, hey, I got the perfect solution for you. I copy that link. I give it to them. And guess where they go? They go to a landing page that's about Kartra calendars. This is the ACT program in full view here. Specific to exactly, they've created a sales page, a sales funnel. Kartra is the product. They don't change the product. They just change the sales angle based on what the person wants and why they want it. This is why your product could be sold to 10, 20, 30 different buckets of people that all have a different want, different need, different desire, but it's the same product that does the fulfillment. This is where you'll spend a long time building out your business. Once you create your core products, now you go to work and figure out how many different buckets could you sell this product to without creating another product. So look at that in Kartra. How many do they have? They have one for forms. They have one for affiliates. They have one for APIs. Everything that Kartra will do, they created a sales page specific to that need. Mail, pages, if you want a page builder, if you want to generate leads, if you need a shopping cart for checkouts, if you want, if they're just interested in the whole thing, you have a perk. You can say, hey, if you use my link, I'll give you a 14-day trial for free. So they're opening up all these opportunities for their affiliates to do good work. You don't want to send people to just generic pages. Kartra knows this. That's why they did this. Kartra does really well at selling. If you guys want to do really well at selling your products, you need to follow this formula. And all it is it's just the ACT program. It's identify all of your buckets, do the analysis for each bucket, and then go into the creation mode and create your sales presentation, create your funnel for each bucket. Yes,
Hey, John.
Yes, go ahead, Chris.
So I have a question. This might pertain to me, not you. Because when people, well, here's my question. When I start my affiliate program, it's going to be with people who are not very savvy. Like people might come to you and know who you are and know what they want. So if I get people that have never been an affiliate before, when they land on like your page, like click here to join my affiliate program, or I send them that link, would it be, I'm sure Kartra can do this, and would it be helpful is that once they land on that initial page, just to have short videos saying, hi, welcome to the affiliate program. I'm going to give you a quick tour around. First, you just need to, do this and do that. And they click on it and it takes them to the next thing. In other words, would it be helpful if you have newbies to just have little videos like, now you're on this page, you just need to blank and walk them through the process?
My short and trick answer for that is no, because it's not for newbies. You should have that for everybody.
I have, well, no,
what-
Chris, I do that for people who want to be a guest on my podcast. I have videos that tells them how to do everything.
Yeah, what you want to do, you would be shocked to know how much people want to be told what to do.
Because
Like for me, I don't want people telling me what to do unless I need to do something I don't know how to do it. Then I want somebody to tell me what to do, right? And when somebody is coming, especially somebody new, but it doesn't even have to be somebody new. It's the user experience. By telling them what to do, you're making it easy for them. You're taking out the part of they have to use their head. Nobody wants to do work.
Yeah.
Using your head is work, no matter how you slice it. You can work with your muscles or you can work with your brain. But one way or another, and if you're not sleeping, you're working. So,
I can, well, I'm glad to hear that, because, and thanks for your input, Tim, because, it's, if someone, I'll never know how many people get started on the process, but can't figure something out. And then they say, I'll come back to it later, and I never come back. Whereas even stuff like the 1099, it's like, and you get a 1099 tax form. Someone may have gotten W-2s all their life and not have any idea what that is. And they go, whoa, I don't understand this. And, so simple explanation, starting with, you'll be making lots of money, and we're going to make it easy for you on the back end. So little things anyway. So thank you.
well, this is kind of a funny story. I had somebody one time that I owed a fair amount of money to. I mean, it was over $10,000, and they hadn't filled out their 1099 stuff, their W-9. So I contacted them. It was right close to the end of the year. And I said, look, if you don't get this filled out, I can't pay you. I want to pay you and get you done by the end of the year. And they were all freaked out. They did not want anything going to the IRS. So they literally gave that money up. I'm like, I'm not going to send it to you unless you fill it out. And it's like your choice. And they chose that they did not want the 10 grand. It was over 10 grand.
Wow, crazy.
I'm like, okay, I'm good with that. I just want to make sure you are.
Something shiesty up in the neighborhood.
Yeah. I mean, I have no idea what was behind it, but they just did not want anything reported to the IRS.
I have a quick question for you. If one goes through the time to do that, just a quick little video for each page of the process, getting someone signed up, does Kartra change their formatting often, that like all of a sudden, oh crap, I've got to redo the videos now?
No,
Okay.
never.
Okay.
And here's a really cool thing. If you do those short little videos and you load them into Kartra, you can track them so you know if somebody actually watched the video. And here's an even more powerful thing of what you would do with that. If you need them to watch the video so you know that they're taken care of, if they don't watch the video, obviously you can't keep track of like herding 5,000 cats, right? To see if they all watch the video. Kartra can do this for you. So it's watching, and what it can do, it can trigger an automation that if the video is not watched in a certain amount of time, hey, let's send an email with another link to the video so it reminds them to go watch it.
To that specific spot, to the video where they either didn't complete it or didn't watch it.
Correct.
Wow.
So that's really cool. And, you know, with that, you can create a very long sequence, and you can put automations in that an automation says if they complete the video, advance them to the next video, send them the next one, thank them for watching it, and send them the next step, or wait 24 hours and then send them the next email. And then it can watch and it can make sure that they open and consume that video. And if they don't, it can keep on sending them reminders until they either do or they just unsubscribe. So it's a very, very powerful system. Jim.
Yeah, a quick follow-up question. So I have a new affiliate. So this has been really helpful in getting him signed up, and the video idea is great. And I have somebody who I believe signed up a long time ago, who is a great fan and salesperson. And I'm sure she's lost her link and account information. What's the best way to remedy that?
Is she a little lamb that's lost her way?
She's just been busy with her own stuff, but she promotes me all the time, and I want her to get paid for it.
Yeah. Here is a really cool thing. In Kartra, you can send emails, and you can send them specifically to your tagged affiliates.
Mhm.
When you create your affiliate program, you should always tag your affiliates or put them in a list. So they're separated so you can communicate with your affiliates. What I like to do is I like to have one list for all my affiliates. So it doesn't matter what they're an affiliate of, they're just on my affiliate list. And then I have tags specific to what they're interested in marketing. Like I have some people that want to market my crypto club. They have no interest whatsoever in internet marketing. So I don't want to hit them with stuff they're not interested in. And I have other people that just want to do SEO. They don't want to market the ACT program. They don't want to deal with crypto. They just want to sell that SEO tool. So I've got the specific tags on them. So if I'm doing a mailing out for something related to a particular product, I will just send it to that list of tags, or that list with the people that are tagged on it. So I'm segmenting my audience. But here's the really cool thing. You can pull up a broadcast email where you're going to send a list, an email out to a list or a group. And over on the left side, there's a thing called dynamic input, where you could put their name, where you say hi and then name, and it plugs their first name in there.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things in there is under the dynamics is you can put their affiliate links. Like if you want to say, hey, we're doing a special promo on this product this week, I would love to have you promote it. Your links are below.
Wow.
And that way it auto pulls their link out of the database and plugs it right in there for them. I mean, you can imagine if you had to go and send links out to 50 affiliates, how much work that would be. Whereas here, you just put them in a group broadcast email and you can plug out their links to them like boom, like right now.
And is there a way, like for this one person, to just go into affiliates, click on her, and then find her sign up or her login link?
Absolutely. Yeah, they can log in through through Kartra, and they can go right to it. That's where I went before, where I showed you how I found the link to promote Kartra itself.
Right,
That is
and
the
she's
actual-
already signed up as an affiliate, but
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I just need to find her account, a
Okay.
way for her to log in
Yeah.
and get her links.
So it's basically where she would go is app.kartra.com and then log
Okay.
in with her account. And then she's going to see her affiliate promos down there. And then once you click on that, it shows all the products that you're signed up to promote and all their links. But here's something that you want to
Oh,
think
so
about.
and I can go into her personal information and find out what email she signed up with, and then she
Correct.
can reset the password if she doesn't know.
Correct.
Okay.
So
got it.
let's say you've got somebody, let's say somebody is on the phone with you and you're having a conversation. You just want to send them their links.
Mhm.
So you would go in your Kartra, you would go to affiliates, and you say, okay, here's your record. And then you go to promotions. So I'm in this guy, this Joe Troyer.
Okay. Yeah.
I can send him his links here. So let's say he wants to promote Site Pop Agency. So, okay. And then there's the different links. I could say, okay, send your traffic to this link. It'll go right to the webinar sales page.
Okay.
Or here, if you have, you want to do a special discount, here's the no activation fees link. So they get in at a good deal because it's your customers. Or if he's doing a webinar and he wants them to go right to an order page where they don't get all the sales promo stuff, it's just right to a checkout. Or if we want to send them to an opt-in where they opt in, then they get in my database, and then my database sends all the follow-up sales for them, and he doesn't have to deal with that. So, but here's the thing. If your person is a lost lamb, they're not going to be able to navigate this very well. They're going to get in here and they're going to be overwhelmed. They're going to go, oh my God, I'm not going to do anything. I don't know what to do. I'm not going to do anything.
Right.
That's very common.
I gotcha. So just find out what they want to promote, send them the appropriate link, and
Correct. That, or do a video like Chris was saying,
yeah.
and walk them through it. Just say, hey, do this, click here. This is the one you want for this. This is the one you want for that. I'll let you decide which is right for you, but there they are.
Yep. Gotcha.
That way you're
Awesome.
very clear. And this is a cool thing too. Notice here, this has his name on it, Joe Troyer webinar. That's a link specifically to his webinar that I did with him. No one else has access to that. So you can create links that are specific to particular affiliates, and they're the only ones that have access to that link.
Awesome.
So it's
Did you say the
really
recording of the
cool.
one you did for me, John, that I could do that?
What's that?
Did you say, well, for instance, do you save that for everybody who you do a webinar for? So like if you did one for me, that I would have that in mind, or is that something specific we have to ask you to create?
No, if it's something that I did for you specifically, then I don't put that out for everybody.
But is it something that is accessible? Like, you know what I mean? You've done, I think, 2 for me. And like, do you have the recording that you could make that available or no?
It would be, if I did that, it would only be available for you. Let me show you how you do that. If you go into products,
Yeah.
like, let's see, let's go to that particular one. So this is the agency. I would go to edit.
Mhm.
And you want to get over here to the affiliate tab. So, and a little trick to this is once you click this button once, it changes the number up here, number 2. I think it's number 6 that we want. You can just skip. Yeah, you can just skip right to it. Okay, so here's where you set your affiliate commissions and your different price levels. Like I have a ton of different price variations for this because sometimes I'll do it with a setup fee, sometimes not, sometimes with a payment plan, sometimes where you get 3 months free, 2 months free, 1 month free. So I have a ton of different, it's the same product, it's just different charges. different prices. Here's my list of affiliates. I sign them up onto these lists. I tag them. You can do milestones. Did I talk about this earlier? The milestones? I talked about like a level before they get paid, but this is another thing to protect you where you can release. I do all my affiliate payments on the 1st of the month. So if somebody comes in and does a webinar promo on the 20th of the month, 10 days later, I'm at the place where, okay, now I'm going to pay my affiliates. I might not want to pay that affiliate the whole thing because I have a 30-day money back guarantee. Some people might ask for a refund. I don't want to have already paid the affiliate and then have to ask them for the money back. So I release 75% of earned commissions after 10 days. I release the regular or the rest, the last 25% after 30 days. After the period for the money back guarantee is gone, then I release the whole thing to them.
Okay.
I know I'm not going to get more than 25% returns. So I'm pretty safe in doing it this way. Some people say, hey, it's a 30-day wait period before you get paid at all. A lot of affiliates don't want to wait that long. So I set it up this way where I can pay them out a big chunk within 10 days, and then the rest they have to wait for. Okay, so notice down here, there's different replays here that you didn't see inside his account. Like you didn't see R. Madison. That's only for that guy. You didn't see the SBT Evergreen because that's just for the SBT guy. You just saw the Joe Troyer because it's specific to him. So if you go in here, this is where you can add as many pages as you want. And then here's where you can set if it's public to all affiliates or if it's only to a specific affiliate.
Oh, wow.
Did you know about that?
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, and you can have two, like you can have multiple affiliates that have access to this particular webinar. You can have as many as you want. But that way it only shows up in their account. No one else will see that promotion. No one else will get access to that link.
Wow.
So it's really, really cool. And that's why you might wind up having a ton of different pages in here. Every page you have, every time you have a landing page for your affiliate traffic for this product, it's going to create a link for the affiliates for that landing page.
Now, I see you have a site. Did you have to create every one of those pages differently, or was it just a copied page?
It's every one of these is a unique page. Some of them are copied. Like if you go over into my pages, you'll notice I have a lot of pages that are pretty much the same. They're copied.
Okay, yeah.
There's different, like here's a whole nother set. Here's the Joe Troyer. This is his pages. That's for his funnel. So no one else sees that stuff, and it's branded specific to him. Even the page has his name on it.
Okay.
So I wouldn't want to drive someone else's traffic to the Joe Troyer special offer page, right?
Yeah.
So you can make this. And again, this is back to ACT really focusing in your message for who you're talking to. Like I'm talking to his audience specifically. They trust him. He's passing that trust and authority on to me. So I'm using his endorsement. I'm putting it on all of my materials for that purpose. So when I talk to his people, they know, hey, this guy's connected to Joe. I trust Joe. I buy anything Joe says to buy. So I'm going to buy this guy's stuff. So it just passes that right through to you. And
John, I have one more quick question.
Sure.
So if I sign up as an affiliate for you, I think I already have, but and then sell SitePop through you, but then you're like, well, SitePop isn't really going to do it for this client. They're going to need full-on SEO services. Would I get affiliate commission on that as well? Is that?
Yes. Yes. Basically, when you go through in my affiliate program, it's the person is tagged over to you. So
Oh, gotcha.
when you go into their record, like if I go into my communications here, let me just skip a few pages down and see if I can get. Okay, so see the referring affiliate. This guy came in from the David Cesar affiliate.
Oh, we can't see your screen.
Oh, okay. Let me get back on there. So I'll go back for a second here. So I go into my leads and I just pick a random lead in here. When you get that lead, it shows the referring affiliate.
Oh, right on.
So David
Kartra is incredible.
It really is. So this is off of a recent webinar I just did. This guy came in, bought a $497 product. Now, anything else he buys, if he goes, like he might find out about ACT, he might find out about our crypto club. Anything he buys, whatever the referring affiliate would get, it goes to David Cesar. So once they're in the system, they're tagged to the affiliate that referred them. And then anytime they buy, like every once in a while, I'll see a sale that comes through that's going to an affiliate. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know he was promoting that. Well, he wasn't. I promoted it to somebody that was on my list. It's just they came through them, so they get the credit for it. And I do it that way. I tell everybody that once you refer somebody to me, anything they buy, you get the commissions.
That's sweet.
Going forward, and Kartra keeps track of all of that. So it's really pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. All right. But yeah, if you're going to run an online business, Kartra is really something. It does a lot for you. There's a lot to learn, but that's just one of the things that once you start using it, once you start developing an online business and it starts paying you and it becomes part of who you are and what you're doing every day, you'll learn all this Kartra stuff and it'll just become second nature to you. I know it looks overwhelming. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of tabs. It's like, like one of those Chinese nesting dolls. You open one tab and there's 3 more.
Yeah, it's true.
And you wonder if there's ever an end to it. Like Tim just said, I just showed him something new. He's been with Kartra for a while now. There's probably a lot of stuff. I'm still learning stuff myself in Kartra, and I've been using it for 4 years now, something like that. I'm still learning new stuff that it'll do, and they keep adding stuff like the surveys and quizzes. It is so cool that you can go in and you can tag people based on what they chose from multiple choice. Because the more tags that you can have, the more specific you can be with your communications. And that's really what ACT's all about. It's all about communicating clearly. And the only way you can do that is by figuring out who you're talking to. And that's where the tags come in. It's like I've said this for years. If you find something that works in the real world, you can automate it. And that's what Kartra does with the tags and stuff. It allows you to define people by what they're interested in and then communicate with them that way. Any good salesperson does this. A good salesperson will look, listen, they'll really tune in to who they're in front of. Like if somebody sat and across from me in my office here, what's the first thing they're going to notice? Probably that big fish behind me. And they're going to make some assumptions. They're going to go, wow, this guy's into fishing. So what do you think they're going to talk to me about to try and build trust and rapport? You're going to talk about fish, right? I gave them an obvious clue. The other thing they'll look for is they'll look around your office. They'll look around your desk. Is there pictures of your family? You know, somebody that has family that's important to them, they surround themselves with pictures of them. You know, it's like when they go to work, they want to take them with them. That means they're important. So what's better to talk to somebody about than the things that are important to them? A good salesperson will clue into this stuff. Now, taking that to the online space, you just have to figure out, how are you going to clue into that? It's with tags. It's based on their behaviors, what they do, what they interact with, how they communicate with you. It's the same thing. So if you want to be an effective online salesperson and you want to automate that real world process, you better replicate it. You better be aware of what you're doing in the real world that's worked for you for so long, and just be able to say, hey, how do I do that online? How do I take me out of the puzzle and still perform the magic? The first thing is you got to know what the magic was. What were you doing? Awareness is, I cannot believe how many people walk through life completely unaware. Some of them are effective too. They just don't know why. So if you can be aware, if you can have situational awareness and figure out why something's working, what is it that you're doing, then it makes it easy for you to replicate it. If you don't know why it worked, you're never going to replicate it. So you got to pay attention. You got to, like, I am so inquisitive of everything around me. I'm looking at it like, oh, how does that work? Why did somebody react the way they did to that? I'm always learning, but I'm paying attention. You know, for those of you that have seen me in an event, you notice, if possible, I'll sit in the back corner of the room every time. I will get to an event early so I can get that spot. That's by design. That's not just because I don't want to sit with people. I want to see the whole room. I want to see what's going on stage. I want to see the reaction to it across the entire room. And I learn a lot from that. I learn a lot about who's in the room and what's important to them. So when I have a conversation in the hall, guess what? I'm able to tune in pretty quickly to the person I'm talking to because I was paying attention. I can't do that if I'm sitting in the front row. All I can see in the front row is the guy standing in front of me. It doesn't do me much good when I go out into the hall and I interact with people. So it's all by design.
Speaking of design, can I ask your opinion about some Fiverr artwork that I received back?
Sure.
Get a group conscience on this?
Sure.
All right. I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you done, John? I thought that was a good segue.
Yeah, no, I was just making that point of, everybody thinks I'm antisocial because I sit in the back, in the back corner, and they're like, yeah, look at the guy, doesn't want to talk to anybody. Like the guy's back there gaining technology at a rapid rate. That's what's happening.
Yeah. All right. Well, here I'm going to go ahead and share a screen, if I may. I just give everyone some context. So what I do is I'm a money coach, and I work with couples, and I help couples teach them a better way to stop fighting and start working together with money. And the target audience is, I realize, is newlyweds and engaged couples. They're more prone to have questions to be answered as opposed to married couples, which have problems to be solved. So I own the website and a lot of materials for Money Coach Chris. This is the moneycoachchris.com. This is the one of the artwork that came, and I like it. It's because moneycoachchris.com, it comes from couples relationships. So this one combines it. And the other one, but again, there's some corrections on this. The other one, let me share, that I got is more just can you guys see that? that second one?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, let me go back here and let me get this other one. That's a blah 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 blah. No, let me sorry guys, I think I need to just make it full size on my screen. There we go. Let me do that then. Let me make it full size, and here we
Sorry,
go.
Chris, that was your quota for screen shares for the day.
Oh, dough. I'm going to take can I get an advance? Can I get a payday advance on the next share? Anyway, so here's the money coach Chris. And, I should actually, I can actually put these side by side and show them to you. Let me do that one more time. Boy, I'm really exceeding my thing here, my limit, but give me just 1 second to
Insert another dime now.
yeah. There we go.
I like the first one, Chris, with the heart.
Right. However, I do too, but there's a couple of, but never to leave good enough alone. There we go. Are you seeing the two side by side?
Yes.
Okay, super. Here's the thing. So I do like the one on the right, Money Coach Chris, and my first impression when I looked at it was they're kind of competing, and I thought, what if we made the Money Coach Chris, it is kind of a blocky font, get something a little more elegant but not too scripty and hard to read like a wedding invitation. But what if it was just a call to action? What if the image was the message, and below it would just say moneycoachchris.com? That would turn it into a call to action and still get the company name. But here's the thing. I looked at it and thought, you know what? As much as I like that, that's better for the podcast and product I'm offering, which is Money, Marriage, and Hope. Money, Marriage, and Hope. So that is a podcast. And that is, again, a product. And I think this image for that course and that podcast speaks better to that Money, Marriage, and Hope. And so I'm just putting it out there. If I use that for a product, and then just the one on the left, just have that as a logo, because it just says it, like Money Coach Chris. And on that one, I was thinking of there's a lot going on, just getting rid of the figures. I like the fact it's coaching. It has those 3 figures in there, but just getting rid of it and having the money graphic next to Money Coach Chris. I guess I should have just shut up and asked your guys' opinion on it instead of pushing you in a direction, but that's what I'm thinking of. Any feedback
I
on
like your logo to the right there with the heart into it, but I like the idea of putting moneycoachchris.com.
Okay. Yeah, it turns it into a call to action. Still
Right.
conveys its same information, turns it into a call to action. Anyway.
I like the heart, Chris, and I agree with both you and Tim to turn it into a .com. I don't like I have a lot of design issues with the one on the left, the blue and gray. The blue and gray colors don't work at all.
Yeah.
The design is too busy. You could simplify to one figure celebrating with $1 sign. I got where the guy's thinking, and whoever designed that has no idea how to handle type. So it's just not rendered well.
Let me ask this, Ali, on the one on the left there, all right, if you only had 2 people into it instead of 3, and the colors were red and green, think about that. What's your opinion?
Yeah, yeah, Tim, I also would rearrange that typography completely. It's just, it doesn't work. The spacing is off.
It looks horrible because it's gray if you had it in
Yeah.
the color. Yeah.
And blue and gray are a completely different messaging. Like John, we touched on the psychology of money. That's what works about the heart and the red heart and the green money. It conveys a lot more in the subconscious than,
Yes.
So the messaging that blue and gray gives you is a whole different thing. And it's off track. So psychologically and subconsciously, you're more congruent with the right hand image. And the left-hand image needs a lot of work.
Yep. And keeping in mind that these are, like $17 Fiverr first passes.
Yeah.
So,
I got it. But
Yep.
$5 or $5,000, they should know how to handle type.
Gotcha.
I guess.
But here's the question I have. And again, I'd be totally down with moneycoachchris.com. to put it there. And John made a suggestion about putting the text in a circle, like money, marriage, money coach Chris. And I thought about that, but I thought, you know what, then there's too much visually going on. There's the text would be, text would be competing, but that was my first impression. It's like, well, let's do something with it. But but here's the dilemma. It's a great design, but it would be even, so for a brand, Money Coach Chris, it really speaks to it. That's great. And that's going to be a lot of places. But again, the podcast, Money, Marriage, and Hope, that image really applies to that as well. Would you use, so here's the question, would you use that image for the podcast and the product, Money, Marriage, and Hope, and then look for a different or better logo for Money Coach Chris? Or would you?
No, I would have your branding. I would have that be your brand, and doesn't matter what product or service you use. Like Nike has the swoosh, whether they're selling, shoes, tennis sneakers, or whatever, gear, and we know that your brand has to be unified. So that's a great logo symbol. I'm a designer. I'm just telling you,
Okay.
It's really well done. I mean, for such a value, it's well done.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Any other input or feeling? Then I'll let you all move on.
And I do like John's idea. I think you could play with the type when you do different products. That might be the distinction, but the logo, the image could be your brand identity. Do you follow me there? So you could play with the typography.
Yep. No, I get it. I'm just opening it up to other people if they have an opinion one way. And I appreciate that, Allie. Thank you. Thank you. Just other people, if you have an opinion.
Ditto. I like the one on the right, and then using, because we did something similar. And I got, for our logo, we got 5 fiber renderings. There's different themes, different approaches. Tested that, got it down to 2, kept 1, and then had that retouched so that it looks even better.
Okay.
And then use the graphic for, it stays on everything, because it's a watermark on our live streams. Had some slight change to the language below the graphic for podcasts, but kept that as the as the main thing.
Oh,
So then where everybody looks, even on clothing, we tested it on clothing, so the graphic shows up. And becomes identifiable with that's related to Adventure CEO, because it's the same thing everywhere it pops up.
so you're thinking, because it is a really good image and it conveys something. But so how about I just use that freaking image, for the logo, moneycoachchris, .com, but also on the podcast, I could also use it on the podcast and just change the text to, Money, Marriage, and Hope podcast, but the symbol, the image stays constant throughout.
Chris, do you own a separate domain name for the podcast?
I do. I have the separate domain, Money, Marriage,
So
and Hope.
so just leave the logo up there, but change the domain name on the bottom.
Yeah. So
Whatever it is.
Yeah. So that's the thing. If I keep that just as a brand across everything, that image, that heart and money, if I kept that across everything, well, in the beginning, it'll definitely be the brand. But if I have the podcast, I can just use that image on the podcast, which is keeping in brand, but just change the text, right? The Money, Marriage, Hope podcast. It'll be the Money, Marriage, Hope podcast or the Money, Marriage, Hope course, but it'll still have that unifying image. Is that where you guys are thinking?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
So I don't have to go out and get a separate or a new or different image or logo for Money Coach Chris. I just keep the image and just change the text to whatever I'm doing.
Yes.
What do you think, John?
I actually really like the heart with the money flowing out of it. I think that's a really solid icon for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then, have that as your heart and soul. And then you could do a number of different things with it.
While keeping that image right there. I just thought of something. Here's another one. Hey, if you're bleeding money, I can help.
That's awesome.
Okay. All right. So so group conscience is that keep the image as the brand image and just use it on different products or podcast or YouTube channel. Just change the text to
Yeah. Once you get your symbol, you've got your symbol going, then you can do a whole bunch of other stuff with it.
right.
And it all kind of comes looking the same.
Ooh, because you know what? Because one of the things I want to do is once I get the infrastructure in place is I want to have a summit, and I already have the names for the Money, Marriage, and Hope Summit, like a 3-day event, and then get people talking about money, but also about relationships, parenting, things like that. And
Yeah.
that could use that. And that might be that circular language,
Mm-hmm.
or the circular text. So yes, I agree. I can use it for anything. It sticks in the brand and just change the, okay, that's super.
Yeah. So you want to see kind of the evolution of mine, of where it kind of started and where it went to and all of that, because it might be helpful for you to know what all you can do once you've got that little icon.
Okay. And thank you everyone for all your input. I very much appreciated.
So here, this is a folder full of logos, and we've got it down to like, this is the basic thing. And it's the all-seeing eye. When it goes down to an icon, it can become like an icon for a web page, down to a little tiny thing. But then as it goes up, it can be used in all kinds of stuff. The eye is always in everything, whether it's on the front of a battleship, or the logo, as you guys probably know it now. It's that one image, and then there's text around it. So that works great for like a header in a website. When I use it as a round logo, let's see, and this is actually where it all started. That was the very first, when it was SEO Dominators. It was just the battleship guns and, we rule the seas. It was aggressive. It was in your face. I
love
loved it. But a lot of women were like, whoa, that's just, that's Hell's Angels. So we kind of softened it up a little bit, got rid of this guy, the skull and crossbones type look. And that's when we went to the all-seeing eye, and the wings made it a lot softer. And in the transition, when I was doing a lot of SEO stuff, I still had the battleship, but I made it much smaller inside the wings. And this is where I was talking about that circular concept, where you're wrapping the logo with the words. And this is all different products, Spy Dominator, the SEO Reboot, Video Dominator, Trend Dominator, Rainmaker. This was another thing. When I first created Site Pop, it was actually called Rainmaker. And we had the little cloud, making rain, but still the all-seeing eye was there. It was wrapped in the name and had the soft wings around it.
Didn't Frank Kern just start a Rainmaker program?
I don't know.
He had like something on a Rainmaker program recently, I think. Yeah.
Bill Walsh has had Rainmaker for a long time.
Yeah. It's not a new concept.
Everybody's using it. There's still a lot of people using it. Yeah.
Rainmaker goes way back, but I've had all kinds of different iterations of this thing. But it all wraps around that one thing, which that's your heart and your money right there. You can do a ton of different stuff with it. And
The good one, John. The type works, everything works on that one.
No matter what you do, it's still recognized as your brand, whether it's just down to the eye, take all the text off it, you still know what it is. So here's one going back to before we had the eye. And it's cool, but it's not the same. It's just a text logo. But you add the I to it, and now it comes to life. You can do all kinds of stuff. Once you get that one thing that represents your brand, like look at how many products I've wrapped around it. Same thing. So, but I like your little logo, because that little logo, you can crunch that down to an icon and it's still very recognizable. And you can expand it out to fill the whole page. You can have text or not. And once they get to know the brand, they'll know it.
Well, this has been a great meeting. This is good use of time today.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Okay, John, can I give you an update? This is Richard.
Sure.
Okay, I went and got paid up on both the Dominator family and my reseller, and I got the receipts, but nothing else. I went back to the support page and requested a new link. That's not shown up. The only thing that's shown up is the 2 receipts. So I got the payment receipts that proved that I am current financially, but nothing else is showing up or arriving or doing anything.
Okay. So I see they're active. Check your mail now. I just resent your login information. See if that comes through.
Okay, not yet. One more time.
And again, this is coming through the cartridge system. And I can see the log.
Could be missing that. What is it, your SPF record you were talking about? Because I'm not getting it.
Huh.
I'm not getting any mail apparently that Kartra sends.
Let's see here.
Do you have any spam filters or anything like that?
No, this is I specifically keep this email naked because I know I've learned the hard way which emails to open and which ones not.
What's the .me?
Well, it's like .com or .net. It's just .me.
$13. Yeah, it shows this. Shows this sent just now. Interesting.
No, nothing's showing up. Like I said, I got the receipts that showed that I paid it, but no
Yeah.
other else, nothing from the support login request. As a matter of fact, what I'll do is I'll go over here to let's see, get down to, I'll go back up here and see if I can do the ACT login. Forgot password. So I've gotten confirmations that both the support and the ACT login have sent me emails, but they're not showing up.
Okay. you might contact like that .me. Who is that? Is that like, I know it's not Microsoft. Is that, who owns that?
It's all, everything I have is through GoDaddy. So, I mean, it's,
Oh, okay. So that's a GoDaddy address.
well, it's on Office 365 is who,
Yeah, but
is my client is who my server is, who the server, the email client is Microsoft, the 365.
let's see. Let me see who owns. Me. That's me.com.
That's an Apple thing. I have like Beyond Film at me.com. That was first it was mac.com, then they changed it to me.com.
It was originally set up because it's RP to me, so Richard Porter to me. So it was just a short URL that was available that worked.
Yeah, I don't know who owns .me. You would probably have to go back to them and see if they're blocking email or if you need to whitelist something in there.
Where would I mean, you're the only place where I'm not receiving email that I'm aware of.
Okay, well, I bet you that there's a lot more. I bet you you've got some kind of a blockage in there from that .me. I've never really heard of that. I have no idea who owns that email, but anybody that owns email has whitelists and blacklists and blockages. And like, there's been occasions where somebody will be forwarding their mail to their Gmail account, and Gmail sees all this email coming from this one address and they'll block it, even though it's the person's email that owns it, sending it to themselves, and they have to contact Google and say, hey, this is me. This is my mail, unblock it. So, and again, I have no idea who that .me thing is. The other option is to, change that email out inside Kartra and put some email where you can get that.
Isn't .me Apple product line? .me.
I don't
think
know.
it is. Don't you guys think it's Apple? .me?
It's what I go through GoDaddy because they've got everything. I mean, they're the ones that have the .production and all kinds of extensions. They have, now it's not just .comnet or org. They've got all, .tv, .production, they got probably 20 or 30 different ones. And I don't do anything with Apple. Since the Apple first came out and decided they were going to make everything proprietary, I figured that's doomed to failure. And they did fail until Microsoft bought them, and they now can run Microsoft stuff. So that kind of bore fruit, but
yeah, whoever is hosting your email, like if your email is at GoDaddy, is it through GoDaddy with your Outlook and all that?
Yeah, I mean,
I would contact their support and see how you manage your blacklists and your deliverability to your email. They would probably be able to answer that.
okay. Well, you're saying Kartra is saying that they're sending it, but I'm not getting it.
Yeah, that tells me it's being blocked at a server somewhere outside of Kartra. So when I send it to you, it goes through. So when somebody else sends it through to you, you just don't see it. It's not, if it was bouncing back, Kartra would blacklist you. So I can assure you it's not bouncing. They're filtering it on your end, whether it's an Outlook or or wherever your mail is being hosted, it's getting filtered out there.
Well, I will check. When you send directly from me, that's coming from one of your servers, not Cartra's servers, correct?
That's correct.
Well, if you're, quite frankly, if your email wasn't $20 a month and I have 4 or 5, I could spend $100 a month just on emails. That's why I set up as a catch-all account. And I do have the dot, or the category of one.com. I also had ACO1.com, so I can do my own short URLs for Rebrandly and that kind of thing. So that all works well. But
so we could try putting a different email address in Kartra and see if that does it.
well, send it to SEO Dominator at well, how about just ACO1.com?
ACO1.
Yeah, category of 1. So it's ACO1.com. The number 1.
Gotcha. Okay, let me see if I can change that.
I appreciate everyone's patience on this, but I've been fighting with this for over a month now.
All right. Try that and see if that comes through.
I know that one works because I keep getting mail from Arco gas and oil because somebody did a typo. So I got ARCO and they and instead they put the ACO1, and I've been getting lots of emails from those guys for a while.
Yeah, I changed it to SEO Dominator ACO1.com.
Well, for some reason that's not showing up either. I guess I got to go to GoDaddy and find out. I know category of one.com spelled out works.
Let's try that. One spelled out ONE.
Yes, a category of 1, all spelled out all together.
Okay, and still the SEO Dominator, or do you want Richard in there?
Just put Richard.
Okay, that's interesting. So I put Richard at a category of one.com and it says it's a hard bounce.
Wow. Well, I'm getting okay, why is that doing that? Okay.
Interesting. Let me try a test.
My email client it's just switched to hello at a category of 1. It was Richard at a category 1, and when I just did the reply, the main folder changed to hello at category of 1. Okay. Well,
All right.
I guess I'm gonna have to go and wrestle with John Limbacher. Here we go. Which one did this show up at? Okay, John at and to Richard Porter. Let's see what it says. That email was.
This may be a case of your host might not have those SPF records in place for you.
Well, there's the Richard at a category 1 did show up.
Okay, but that was sent from me, not from Kartra.
Okay, well, I will.
Kartra is showing it as a hard bounce, which means that you might want to contact, whoever you're going through with your mail and just have them check and make sure that your deliverability is all in place correctly.
Well, it gives me another place to look. So thank you, John. I
We'll
appreciate it.
we'll keep on biting at it.
And thank you everyone for your patience.
And email me directly when you've got one that should be a good email, and I'll go and I'll swap it out, and we'll see if we can't get it working for you.
Yeah, well, I'm going to figure out what's going on here. So thank you much.
All right, no problem. All right, anybody else got anything before we wrap up for today?
Yeah, hi, John. Rich has a question for Woody.
Hey,
Regarding,
John, those 8 MP4 videos I edited for Woody, I'd like to send to you. But it's kind of hard to get off of our computer unless we use WhatsApp. Sir, can I send them to you that way?
Oh, I don't even think I have WhatsApp.
Something with our Mac, it won't let us send it any other way for some reason.
You can always load a video up into YouTube if it's too big,
I'll load it to YouTube and then take
and just send me the
Maybe.
link.
okay, all right, yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. All right, well, there's 8 of them, so
All right.
what I'm saying is, well, there'll be 8 links. I mean, if they're on YouTube, be 8
Yeah.
different links. All right,
Yep.
all right, thanks, John.
All right. You got it. Everybody have a great, happy Easter, and we will see you next week.
Thanks,
bye, you
John.
guys. Happy holidays.